just to recap,
Mhm.
if you guys haven't tuned into part one, sorry. Just recap if you haven't tuned into part one. First of all, we was just talking about how these kids are out of control
Mhm.
and how some parents need to just get control of their kids, but then also how some of these kids need to just take accountability
Right.
and be responsible
Mhm.
as young adults, which led us into the whole David situation.
Yeah, and pretty much like the emotional intelligence, and pretty much like if you got yourself into a situation,
Hmm.
being able to like actually do the right thing and not just like the first thought that comes to your mind.
Yeah,
And that like you said, that led us into like the whole David situation, and the young lady they found dismembered in her car in his car, Celeste Rivas.
yeah. So, just to recap on that, David was dating this minor.
Mhm.
She was around 13 years old at the time,
Yeah, I think
going on 14.
even though it says it like in the court documents and stuff, I still feel like we might have to say like allegedly just in case.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
allegedly. Well, yeah,
allegedly. Um, Although he was leaving a lot of breadcrumbs,
absolutely.
allegedly. So he's allegedly dating this minor,
Hmm.
um, which later on, um, she allegedly sent him text messages.
You don't have to say it the entire time. I think.
I don't want to be found in the back of a Tesla,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Well, this is how about everything that we're going to discuss. This is all alleged, revol like that's surrounding all the things that are involved in the case, and also the things that are in the court documents.
Yes.
I got scars on healed, that money can't fix it. My brother turned a snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate, cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock, cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change the switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit.
Just don't want to be in the back
Yeah,
of a Tesla.
I think that's all.
I like my life, man.
Yeah, missing some fingers. We're assholes, but we're not idiots. Like I know it's not a joke, but the thing that you were like touching on before though was that you think that there are other individuals involved.
So we'll just speed it up, real time. Yeah, so I believe it's other individuals in time.
Hmm.
Just looking at the documents and listening to the experts, they felt like in order to dismember a body like that,
Hmm.
just to dismantle it, how the way it was, and how it's found in the back of the Tesla, that is more than a one person's job. Like you had to have several individuals
Hmm.
to do a body that way.
Yeah. Not only that, he was using other accounts like to
Yeah.
purchase those items, like the Home Depot
Hmm.
account, Amazon. I think they said like GoPuff or something like that, or Postmates. I think it was
Yeah.
Postmates. Um, that all belong to a woman.
Yeah. See.
So I don't think that that's just happenstance. He just decided to create like a random name because he could have just created a random male name.
Yeah.
Why is he using a woman's name? So I feel like that there may have. That's why when you had mentioned the whole thing of like, see, I got her trained. It makes me feel like it's going to be a rabbit hole. I think that there are other young girls
Hmm.
that he has associated himself with that just has not come to light yet.
Yeah. I also feel like we were discussing before.
Mhm.
This isn't his first time. Maybe she was the only one that really got attached and really fell in love, and he
Yeah.
couldn't buy her off.
Hmm.
Not saying this is what happened, but it just maybe that's the reason why she decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna blow this whole thing up. And
Yeah.
who knows, she might had a couple of scares.
Hmm.
Pregnancy could be one of them.
Yeah.
Um, and some other things that because they still gathering the data.
Hmm.
They still trying to. I think right now the whole thing is they want to get to the DNA first,
Yeah.
and then after that move on from there, and they'll see how they can charge whomever accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like nobody could get that scared unless there was really something involved. I mean, even if she just saying, you know what, I'm gonna say that we are together.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is that scared unless there's something deeper that's into it. And like you said, she might have discovered several messages, accounts with different women or young girls that all of a sudden it was just like shit, like she know everything. So if she come out and say something, then this whole thing is just ruined for me.
Yeah, and one of the last messages that was actually exchanged between them said something to the effect of like, "All we do is go to your house and fuck. Like that's all we do. Like if we're together, like why is that all that we do?" And like obviously he can't like that's why when he was out in public with her,
Hmm.
it was always a larger group where it would have just appeared that she just was like a hanger on
Yeah.
and like maybe he like did more romantic things like with her or in like more intimate settings, but I feel like that was like one of the other things where it's just like you made this seem like it's okay,
Hmm.
but now it seems like you're hiding me.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of like got over that whole thing, and again, I'm not really too familiar with this guy as
Yeah.
far as like his music goes.
Neither am I.
To launch a world tour, there are larger names with obviously a much larger following
Hmm.
that have not had world tours,
Yeah.
and I feel like that world tour could have been, like a disguise, like a smokescreen for something else. Like
Hmm.
the fact that he was even able to get her out of the country, who knows what he's doing in other countries or
Yeah.
what he has done in other countries.
Yeah, they could have stopped something major from happening
Yeah.
just by this. Um, yeah, I just think that overall, that there's no way that a minor should go missing for months,
Hmm.
days, weeks, year, um, and the parents are not aware of where she's at and what she's doing or who she's with. There's no way that as we finding out, the parents should be finding out.
Yeah.
And there's no way that the parents should have to go on the internet to figure out who she's hanging with and who this guy is. Um, I just feel like, and like I said, I don't want to make the parents feel bad, so I'm not beating up the parents about this whole situation and stuff. It
Hmm.
just goes back to just what we was talking about overall, where I think parents just need to be more aware of who their kids are associating themselves with.
Yeah. You remember those old commercials from like the like late '80s, early '90s? It's 7 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that is very important in this day and age, regardless of like you being able to, the Find My
Yeah.
app and Life 360. There's still ways around that. Like a kid can just easily turn it off, so you
Yeah.
don't know where they are. But that also makes it even scarier, like and not knowing where they are. But
Yeah.
what can you do if they turn it off? The location.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I found interesting was that yeah, the parents weren't entirely sure who David was or where she was
Hmm.
at times. She just went missing. But the police kept circling back to him. Like because there were several instances of her going missing and they would always end up back at his house.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Oh no, I signed an autograph for her, like no big deal." And it's like, "Just so you know, this is a minor."
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I don't know her. All I have is like this little like picture of her from school. The fuck? Why do you have a
Picture her from school.
yeah? What is wrong with you?
That'd have been a
And
red flag right
yeah,
there.
and for like that's not have even been investigated. Like police have investigated for less when it comes to like an adult child relationship.
Yeah, but that shows you that if you got some type of celebrity status,
Hmm.
they're gonna like not really get too deep into it
Yeah,
until something like this happens. Then
right.
it's like, okay, I'm gonna start looking deeper into it.
Yeah, because they could have probably just been like, "Oh, she's a fan. She's a groupie." How many of these like punk kids got like groupies that are underage that like are committing themselves to this person and like, oh, he's my man, we're married, and blah blah blah, and it's an obsession.
Yeah, but
Like,
look how easily we found this information.
yeah,
So if the cops really dug deep into it,
he didn't have to dig.
yeah, I mean, it's there.
Yeah,
There he does this look.
yeah, and I mean, and the crazy part is that I do think I do think that there were other people involved, but the other people that I think that were involved are probably just as young as her
Hmm.
because of just how stupid and careless all of this is.
Yeah.
Like even finding the passport, it wasn't far from his home.
Yeah.
Like you parked the Tesla down the street from your house. Like a lot of this is for him, and if there are other people involved, it just seems very careless
Yeah.
and immature.
Yeah, like you said, many people probably completed certain tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the reason why it looks so sloppy and all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think he did some of that stuff per se, but I think he, like you said, had other people involved. Hell, I wouldn't even be shocked if family members were involved, just trying to protect his name and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
he made it, and protect his image. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first person that he done this to. It was just this is the first time it went that far.
Yeah.
Usually they probably was able to scare the person off.
Mm-hmm.
And we already know about that one thing with hush money.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why, like you said before, she got tired of having sex in the house. She got tired of just being in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually it's probably like, look, money, it just ain't enough. I need more.
Right.
I need more. So, and I think that's the reason, like another reason she blew this whole thing up. But even going back to
Or threatening to blow it
yeah,
up.
threatening to blow it up. But even going back to this whole thing about the parents and the kids and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not just talking about her parents. Like you said, half the time, some of these parents don't know where their kids at.
Mm-hmm.
Months ago, we had an incident here where we live at one of our malls, Bayshore,
Mm-hmm.
where they call it a teen takeover,
Yeah.
and it was thousands of teens literally at Bayshore Mall. If you know it, you might not know anything about Bayshore Mall, depending on where you're watching this at. But Bayshore is just kind of like I'm gonna say, kind of a upscale
Mm.
mall, outdoor mall,
Shopping center.
shopping
basically.
center,
Yeah.
right? So, and it just is nice and quiet,
Mhm.
right? And these teens decide that they post it on social media. They be at this mall at this time, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And none of the parents were aware about it. This was during school hours,
Mhm.
and they went to the mall and they start beating up other kids and looting and doing all other types of stuff
Yeah.
where police officers had to get involved. And
Mhm.
then all of a sudden, parents didn't find out until they watched the news and realized my badass kid was there at the mall.
Yeah. I mean, but along with that though, it's almost kind of like a Pied Piper situation because there was an adult that was initiating all of this. So that was like the bigger one, but they did it at the beach. They did it at other locations.
Mhm.
But it's something as simple as that. Like you could have even been thinking, okay, like they're doing another teen takeover. You show up to the place and it's just you and this person. That could very well happen where you're like, oh man, like the next teen takeover is this, and like you just wind up like getting put into somebody's van or something.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the influence of social media has created this whole thing of if you have a presence
Mhm.
or like a large enough following, the expectation is that you're going to have fans. And in David's case, I don't know him. I
Mhm.
don't think he's all that famous. He's more famous for this now, but obviously this girl found him
Mhm.
because there really is no way that they would have even come into contact had it not been for social media.
Yeah.
Because I think he was also like a TikToker or a Twitch person or something. So his little fan base is pretty much where he gets these women from. So again, my assumption isn't that Celeste Rivas is the only one. I think
Mhm.
there were others, and as you mentioned, it was probably easier to make them go away. or it could have been one of those like dad sees what's going on. Like, that's my 12-year-old daughter, and
Mm-hmm.
you stay away from her. And it's like, all right, like you're not gonna like go to the police, are you? Like, who is this kid? Like, dad, he's rich. All right, 100,000, and we can make this go away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what it was, because it seemed like there was instances of like them breaking up and him just still managing to find himself in her life through other people. And obviously, like, you mean to tell me again that there aren't other kids involved in this whole thing? He's given like her classmates $1,000 to hand a phone off to her. How are you even in contact with the classmates?
See, which is even more weird.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a whole situation is creepy for me.
Yeah, and again, like, it's one of those things of like hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Because if he was like that famous, this dude showing up to your school like, hey, like, do you know where Celeste is? Like, he's just modernized the weird, goofy ass dude that used to just show up to the that hung out outside the high school.
Yeah.
Like, he's just modernized it.
Yeah. And think about it, kids at that age, you give them $1,000, they ain't saying nothing.
Right.
And then Celeste was at the age where, you do certain stuff
Mhm.
and you know it's wrong. So when you at that age where you do certain stuff,
Mhm.
sexual activities or whatever, and you know it's wrong at the same time, like, that person wasn't ready for none of that stuff.
Right.
And the same thing with, I feel bad for the family.
Mhm.
I feel bad for the other people that we think that's involved.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, we don't think Celeste was the only one. Celeste was just the unfortunate one.
Right. That's my thinking.
Yeah.
And it is unfortunate that 13, 14-year-old lost their life because they thought that they found love.
Yeah. They found a safe place in this older teen that betrayed her.
Mhm.
Like, just walk away.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, you don't even have to worry about walking away if you just don't put yourself in that situation.
Exactly. And again, that's why it's important for like parents to like educate like their kids and also be active in their lives, so that even if you don't like fully know the person, you have an idea on who this person is. You know where this person can be found. Like, it's very important that that is the case, and also like just it's not being nosy. Like, when your priority is to make sure that like your child is safe and protected.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's part 2 of this whole David thing. Like, the trial has begun. Like, once more information comes out, we'll give updates. We won't do anything probably long form again regarding it, but we'll just keep everybody posted about it.
The second time I seen my dad do some crackhead shit is when he broke into his own house. Can't make this up. He was stealing his own shit. He came through the room. I said, Dad, is that you? He said, no, son, go back to sleep. I said, it's hard trying to go back to sleep when you're stealing our shit, Dad. It is. Then he asked me for my PlayStation. I said, you stole it last time you was here. Start scratching his head like, shit, that was you, son? I'm like, yes. And you stole my bed while I was laying in it. He said, son, you can't fall off the bed if you're sleeping on the floor. Now give me a high five. I said, I ain't high fiving you to that shit, Dad. Fuck you. I got scars unhealed, that money can't fix it. My brother turned a snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate, cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock, cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that bitch.